Kenobi here, only one. I'm going to do this in a very strange order here. This is not the order of the reveals earlier on, but this is TVC News with your host, only One Kenobi. So what it is I was kind of doing a screen recording of the video of the thing today, and then my memory ran out. I didn't make enough space on my phone, so it stopped, and I just started doing screen grabs, as I usually do. And I've just gone over the video I've just done and done some screen grabs on that. So hello there. So I was watching the Fan-First Wednesday thing earlier. There was more said than I realised, actually. So here is my kind of a breakdown of the 3 3/4 inch. If you don't mind, I'm going to breeze past 6 inch. There was some good stuff there for 6 inch. They had that mudded up kind of Mandalorian thing, looked good, except when she held it up to the camera, it didn't look as good as it did in the publicity. But because I want to just keep it very specific, 3 3/4 inch. But you know, no offence, 6 inch collectors. It's not, you know, I do appreciate that line and stuff, but I just want to keep it specific to 3 3/4 inch. This was about, say, 3/4 into the presentation when this was announced, and then after that I'm going to show you the stuff that was earlier on, because they talked about the Carbonized line, and there was another retro pop thing, Stormtrooper, which, to be honest with you, loved the card back for that one. I loved the card back, but I'll talk about that in a minute. So this is Bib Fortuna, which is definitely faithful to the original image, but the figure, check the figure out in a second. Look at this. Unbelievable. When I saw this, I said out loud, man, I said yes, because I was so worried about what they would do with the face of this. But that's great. I didn't realise he had such a double chin, Bib Fortuna, though, even for watching the film for the last, 35 years. But still, it looks a really good combination of soft and hard goods. That really good. Loved it. And look at him there, really good. So that's a really good thing. I'm just waffling on here now. So I was really happy with Bib. Really happy with that. Then they announced Lobot, which is something that we really should have had already. I've been talking about Lobot and goddammit Bib Fortuna since the very beginning of my channel. But there he is. Look at that classic car back as well. Look at that. That just really kicks ass. And then here's the figure. There's a lot of points of articulation there. I don't think he really needs a chest crunch, do you? I don't like that, actually. I've just, realised that was me. I was just more fascinated and pleased to see that we had Lobot. That's what did it for me, that car back. But, yeah, let me just go back. There's lots of joints going on there, and, I mean, he needs the articulation from the 2004 line is the original trilogy collection. Not had him since then, so, hey, I'm not grumbling here. I'm glad we've got him, but in terms of actually now drinking in the figure, this is a good angle, though. I like that. I just didn't think he needed that waist articulation there, really. He could have had a swivel on the... I beg your pardon, the torso. He could have done with the swivel on the waist there, really. It's just me speaking my mind, man. I'm just reacting to all of this. Look at that. Does he need that there? I'm all for multiple articulation, but that is... maybe it helps with stands and posture. I really don't know. But still, Lobot, man. So what else did we have? Then after that, my phone conked out. Then they waffled on about Rey's lightsaber. Then they had this pipeline reveals for later on. You've got Yoda here now. Yoda man. Now, I really hope this Yoda is put on, not the original car, but I'm sick of seeing it. We've had it in the retro collection. You've had it in the bloody VOTC. You've had it technically in the vintage collection, although VC20 is rare as hen's teeth and people are charging over the odds for, so-called Canadian Yoda. But I would like them to give us this on the alternative card back. Come on, Hasbro. Just bloody do that, for God's sake. Show a bit of diversity. And then the next one was the 501st Clone Trooper. Now, oh my God, this is all stuff that I said ages ago on my channel. Way back when. And I always said if they were to reissue this kind of figure, give us an alternative image. Give us Apo. That would be just great, wouldn't it? I mean, that's what I would want anyway. And then this is an interesting one here. Mandalorian Death Watch Airborne Trooper. That's interesting. That's something completely new. The other two are obviously repacks. I presume when they say repack, this Yoda will be a repack of the, it was a Black Series 3 3/4 inch. He was on the orange card and the blue card line. But I presume it will be that, which is a decent figure. And then finally, Figuring Down, which is something somebody said to me a while ago, and I said, actually, the more I think about it, Figuring Down on his own card back would be cool, but technically, because there's always 5 of them, you see a band, it's just you know, but he is the leader, I suppose. So you can put him on his own card. But I always figured that, I always figured that, you know, they'd be better in a set, you know, like a kind of a multiple figure set. And then there was a pipeline reveal for, you know, Leia's lightsaber, God rest her. Haslab, then they showed us this. Do you know what my first reaction was? I didn't like it. I really didn't like that artwork. I just thought, I don't know, I'm just sick of seeing this desert scene. I thought they were going to do something different. They did all the shots, didn't they? Which I suppose, I don't know, maybe I'm in dreamland here. Maybe I'm just not, you know, thinking that, you know, when they did those publicity shots of him in the desert, I didn't think that would be the packaging art. I thought that was just some publicity. But there it is. I suppose the desert thing matches other things you've had in the previous vintage collection. You've had the, you know, I suppose the katanas being in the desert. I don't know what I had in my mind, though. I think it was just a completely different angle. I expected to see... Oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. I expected to see a completely different angle of the ship than that, looking down on it like that. I just think it looks better from certain other angles. And then all this is just kind of like, I mean, I'm 40 now, and I had an original Millennium Falcon and AT-AT in the 80s. But all this is just doesn't mean anything to me, this black and white art thing. I don't remember the packaging, you see. I'm too young, so it doesn't have any significance to me. But certainly I remember the barge looking like that and all that business. So that's it. And then to look from the top there, you've got all those bits and bobs there. So yeah, I mean, I can't wait to see the size of it, and damn it, I can't wait to get it open, because that's what I will be doing. I'm not going to be keeping that in the box. Although I do have 2 of them coming. So one of them will stay boxed, I guess. Bloody hell, what am I doing buying more than one of these, eh? Alright then, so moving on. Aha, there's that quite a good shot. That's a good mock-up, that, should we say, of the thing. Then he started talking about IG-11, which is good. We have now seen the artwork, I presume, which is great. I mean, we've seen it already in the... I'm looking at it right now. I'm in my carded room as I do this video. You've seen that in the retro collection, and it's no different. Although, you know, they have changed the card backs in the past, you know. The child card back was different. Anyway, this will be the same as the retro. Moving on, there's... Oh, that screen grab is a mix of 2 images, look. Can you see? You can see the figure. The screen was mixing. So there's the Lando card back, which is to be expected. And you've got, of course, you know, Tebow. He's my favourite Ewok, him. He's just a bit of a nutter, isn't he? And that's nice. Classic card back coming back. I nearly bought a vintage 80s one the other day. I'm looking out for one. I might get one, actually, if I can. That would be nice. Side by side with that on my wall. There's a shot of Antok Merrick. They were just talking about the shipping of him. Although certain people do have one already. and then also, we're going in a funny order. We're going right back to the beginning of the show now. And they were talking about, obviously, the retro pop, whatever you want to call it, the funky poppy art figures, retro collection. I never got hold of a Vader, as a lot of you know. I did get a Boba Fett. And then there you go. Awesome. But except a lot of them didn't have that sticker on. I don't know why that's the case. I'm not really that arsed about that, though, because the stickers do cover the artwork. Moving on. And then they announced this, and I was a bit like, okay, you know, obviously they've done a Stormtrooper because they've done Vader and they've done a Boba Fett. So I was a bit like, oh, okay, am I going to have to buy 6 of these, am I? And I thought, bloody hell, you know, what am I doing? Because I can see me buying 6 now before they, you know, go mental in price or something like that. But so I was a bit like that. I like the fact that you can obviously you can see the head and the torso were always connected. There was no articulation in the head for a Stormtrooper, for POA strictly. And I like the fact that the blaster they've alternated the colours of them. You can see that there. But get this right, this is what floated my boat. Hang on. Bloody hell, how many screen grabs did I do with this thing? That floated my boat. Look at that artwork. I love that. I'm going to have to buy these. I wasn't really bothered. I actually sat there for a minute and looked at it and thought, I don't think I really want to... I don't want to bother. But I do now. That is excellent, that artwork. Love that angle of the Stormtrooper. He's looking from left to right as opposed to the usual right to left. But then again, that's probably correct, that in New Hope. It's from the POV of Leia, isn't it? Leia, when she's shooting... Luke and Leia are shooting up to them. I think that's around that section of the film that they got that image of the Stormtrooper, but still, whatever, I'm waffling on there. You don't know what image is being flipped on card backs, but I love it. Really good. Then they mentioned the Mandalorian. And then that brings us to the Carbonized line. Now, when I saw this, I thought, oh God, do we want more Carbonized stuff? Give it a rest. The one thing that crossed my mind was that if they were going to carbonize any Mandalorian figure, they should really carbonize, what's it called now? Let me just get it off the wall. VC181, because that's such a dull figure. Man, come on, Hasbro. You didn't announce that today. That would have really floated my boat, but you didn't. But still, anyway, moving on. They did announce the armor, and now she will look good. She'll look excellent, in fact. Carbonized. They also, and look at these some more images there. And there's the packaging, which, I do like that little sunburst sticker, whatever you want to call it. They announced him. He looks better than the Carbonized Remnant Stormtrooper. I did not like the look of him. He looks like he's made out of candy, that guy. But this guy looks a little sharper, and the red does look nice, like they discussed. And there's the packaging there, of course. Interesting. And then what else? I see Moff Gideon. Although, I know how good the Cara Dune was such a good figure. And she's like a human, like the easy human, obviously. Her armor really popped out nice when she was carbonized. I think he will be actually really good with that lovely red. I think that would be good. But, again, I've got him loose. I ain't buying him to open. No chance. I'll probably be buying him to keep carded. But then again, that's what infuriates me. They're just, laughing all the way to the bank. They're just re-releasing stuff. When it comes to this carbonized stuff, it's like, Jesus, it's just more plastic that I'm spending my money on. And it's the same stuff, but it's, yeah, all right, fair enough. It's got a different spin on it, but still, I think that they should really be putting this energy and time into something new, but they're not going to, because it's obviously cheaper to do this, and it's collectible, and Mandalorian's hot. But anyway, that's my thoughts on that. There's the card back. That looks even darker still. He's very dark in that picture. And the final one was this. Now, this I did like. I did like this one. He looks rubbish there, but if you spin on here, look at that. Look at that gold effect. Obviously, the light's catching him there. Really good. And wait for it. Oh, look at him touching his head then. That's quite a good pose. That I liked. I really did like that card back. And I hope that they actually... Oh my God, such a contradiction in what I'm saying. 1 minute I'm saying, oh, stop re-releasing stuff. But I actually do want them to re-release this short, like the regular standard Shore Trooper that you got in the Rogue One's packaging. Do that again in Mando packaging. And I think I just think that image is brilliant. An action pose. Good mid shot, I'd say, is it? Right from the torso to the head. Nice pose, brilliant. Dare I say, a slight comic look to that. And there was more. There was so much for 3 3/4 inch. God bless you. And then here they are. They're going to do this for you, so you can get hold of. There's Patrick there, holding it up. It looks better on this one here. So there you go. Quite like that, really. I mean, this is a great way to army build now. So that's pretty cool. And like he said, a little bit of red there just to set off the pauldron. And then the Emperor. Now, I'm not sure I like this. Did they say about a head swap thing here? I don't quite like his facial sculpt there. I mean, it's fine if he's zapping someone with lightning, but I wanted more of a neutral face. That's good. See what I mean? Like, usually I'm not a fan of lightning and fire and effects like that because it's not really that real. It's hard to duplicate in plastic, but that does look good. And oh, there's Patrick. Sorry, Patrick, I tried to scroll. And there he is there. Excuse me a minute. There you go. This looks a bit intense, doesn't he? It looks a lovely sculpt, but at least you're going to get this card back. Look at that. Beautiful, that. Classic. The Emperor. The Emperor has been expecting you. I know, Father. So, you've accepted the truth. And that is the end of all my screen grabs, and I've waffled on long enough. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know your thoughts. I'm just rambling in my carded room here. I'm just flicking through all the screen grabs that I did earlier. I thought it was a good stream, I really did. There was a lot of people hitting the downvote button on it, But anyway, I just thought it was pretty good. I've seen a lot worse from them than that. So thank you for watching. I have been Only One Kenobi. Only one. Out.